Okay, I've got something for you. The new parts have been fitted to the car. The simulation numbers are good, so look forward to your feedback. Check out the details.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're here for part 7 of my F1 2016 Career Mode series. At the moment you can see we've got an upgrade, and that is the drag upgrade for the barge boards. So that should reduce drag a bit more, which should help us around Canada, along with the engine upgrades that we got coming into Monaco last race. Because obviously this is a very straight line, high speed track. And straight away into practice 1 you can see that we are doing the track acclimatization test. At the moment we've got everything purple, and coming through the final chicane we also get purple. If we can just carry this on through these two gates now, we get a purple, and that is a perfect lap. And on our first lap around Canada we also get a team objective, which is fuel saving as well. But we've got 50 resource points straight away, smashing in that purple lap on the track acclimatization to get 50 resource points. And now onto the time management. You can see we've got 2 green laps and 1 purple lap, and if we get a green or purple lap on this lap as well, then we will have got another 10 or 15 resource points, no, 10 or 15 score, which means that we can get a purple, another 50 resource points, and we get another purple lap, so we've got another 50 resource points. Now coming through the final chicane on the qualifying pace, you can see at the moment we are up, and we are actually making up more time coming up to the line, but unfortunately, well, we can't actually get purple, but we do get green. And now looking at the results of practice 1, you can see we got purple on track acclimatization and time management. Qualifying pace we were able to complete that, but not actually get purple. And then we also got 20 of the 25 team objectives as well. And now looking at resource points at the end of practice 1, we have 199 resource points at the moment, but you can see we're getting all this done. And it's got technically just 10 laps, and we get 203 resource points, which was good then. And now let's go on to practice 2. Practice 2, you see we have one purple, we have one green lap on the qualifying pace again. I thought I'd try it again just to try and actually get a purple lap. And now coming up to the line on the second lap, we do get a purple lap, and that is qualifying pace done and dusted. And now look at the results of that. 25 team objectives, so we've got the other 5 team objectives that we needed to get, and we also got purple on the qualifying pace test as well. Now looking at the resource points that we got from practice 2, you can see we have 402 resource points at the moment, and now we get an extra 46 to take our total up to 448. And now let's go on to qualifying. Actually no, we're not. We actually have a new rival in the name of Sebastian Vettel. So he's ahead of us in the Drivers' Championship, and I think he's pretty close. I think he's just ahead of us. We'll just find out, I'm not entirely sure. But either way, looking at the qualifying 2 results, you see that we end up the session 3rd, my team finished session in 7th, and Max Verstappen was the beginning knockout of Q2 in 11th place. Now coming up to the end of our lap in Q3, we only went for 1 lap in the end, and we're up at DRS now, and on the run to the line we are looking good so far, and we set a 113.1, I believe that is, which is a fast lap at the moment, and so at the moment that puts us on provisional pole, and actually ends us up on pole position. I think 2/10 ahead of Daniel Ricciardo, I think that is, with Lewis Hamilton in 3rd, Kimi Räikkönen ahead of his teammate Sebastian Vettel in 4th and 5th, and my teammate Jenson Button qualified in 6th with Nico Rosberg in 7th, and Felipe Massa ahead of his teammate Valtteri Bottas in 8th and 9th, and Roman Grosjean in 10th for Haas, do a fantastic job. And at the moment you can see Legend AI in qualifying, so I have actually somehow got pole. And now looking at resource points at the end of qualifying, we have 479 at the moment after practice 3, and now we get an extra 112 to take our total up to 591 resource points. So we should be getting an upgrade fairly soon, I think probably maybe by the end of this episode. And now looking at the rivalry update against Sebastian Vettel, we are actually beating him at the moment, and all he has beaten us on actually is a fastest sector 2. And now looking at the drive position, we are actually going to go back up to 10 and exceeding the team objectives. Now let's go on to
like the attention, girl, I know you, but you're everything I want in life. We're fighting danger like kung fu. The love I feel is deep inside. The others don't matter. It's honestly us against the world. We're the perfect team. You're my dream, and I just want it.
So here we are on the grid looking at the race strategy for today. It's a full wet start. Looks like it could go into intermediates later on in the race, but it looks like a no stopper today, all full 18 lap on the wet tyres if the weather doesn't change. And fuel we're going for 18.3 laps, so not too bad. Now let's get on to the actual race. And we are revving up now to 5 red lights in this very wet Canadian Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go for the Canadian Grand Prix. We get a fairly decent start and we do slide, and Lewis Hamilton actually gets a perfect start and moves up into the lead. And Daniel Ricciardo, so myself and Daniel Ricciardo actually lost out, and we don't tap Lewis Hamilton there. We somehow miss him, and we are now in second place with Daniel Ricciardo in third. So now all we need to do is try and stay with Lewis Hamilton if we want any chance of winning this race, because he is in the Mercedes, which obviously is one of the fastest cars, if not the fastest car in the Screen Mode Series. I believe it is the fastest car at the moment still. And come through the second gear corner, we actually do have a good exit, but not as good an exit as Lewis Hamilton, so he's already pulled out a bit of a lead on us, and we need to stay ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. And now onto lap 3, we make a slight mistake at the hairpin, and we are definitely trying not to hit the wall. We don't hit the wall, but that's Daniel Ricciardo alongside us on the right hand side, and now it's a battle between engine power and straight line speed, and a Honda engine is able to help propel ourselves up into second place ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. And now onto lap 8, you can see that we have just chosen to pit this lap onto the intermediate tyres, and we are now braking down for the line. 40 miles per hour we were coming into the pit lane, and now we are going to 50 miles per hour. Our teammate Jensen Button is also in the pit, so I hope we don't hold him up, because we did actually confirm that we are coming into the pits this lap. And I think Sebastian Vettel, Daniel Ricciardo and Lewis Hamilton actually carried on, and we go onto the intermediate tyres, and we don't hard up Jensen Button luckily, and we get a 1.9 second pit stop, so that's a very quick pit stop. And it looks like we will either rejoin in 9th or 8th, I'm not entirely sure, because you can see Daniel Kvyat on the right hand side, and Daniel Kvyat is now right on the right hand side, but on the wet tyres he doesn't have the speed or the grip that we have on the inters to stay ahead. So we rejoin in 8th place behind Romain Grosjean, and now coming on to later on lap 9. Coming around the hairpin, you can see we get a fantastic exit, and we are already very close to Romain Grosjean, who's on the wet tyres. And we actually go to the right hand side, and we already have massive amount of speed on him. And on the left hand side, obviously he's going to squeeze us because he's trying to get to the racing line, but he realises we are there, and we move up into 7th place. But now we are going to make up even more places. We brake and have a little side coming up through the chicane. Now we're going to make up even more places. Drivers in the pits. We're in 4th at the moment, 3rd, and now 2nd place as we set a fast start for the Grand Prix. So we're in 2nd place now, and Lewis Hamilton once again has carried on the wet tyres. I don't know what he's doing, because he's going to lose so much time to everyone else on the intermediate tyres, and we should be right there to take the lead. But now on lap 12, you see Lewis Hamilton has in fact pits onto the intermediate tyres, and Daniel Ricciardo goes up here inside. We block up both front tyres, and around the hairpin it looks like he's actually got ahead. But now we get a fantastic exit, and with the Honda power that we have compared to the Renault power in that Red Bull, we managed to stay up in 2nd place. But Daniel Ricciardo is in the slipstream. It looks like he may think about going up the inside here, as he has got best speed now, but he doesn't but he doesn't go for it. He thinks better of it, and we maintain 2nd place as Lewis Hamilton now sets fast after the Grand Prix. So there's a 15-second lead, so it'll be really hard to catch Hamilton now. And now on lap 13, we've gone purple in the first sector, and this is weird. Green flags in, yellow flags, and then it says Sebastian Vettel is out of the race. So it's very disappointing for him. Now it's green flag again, so now we can carry on racing. And now there's a safety car, so that puts us right back into this race. I was thinking, okay, this is really good, because we're 15 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton at the moment, and this car means we can just cruise up to the back of him and then maybe get him at the restart. So I was really thinking, okay, this has saved our bacon really for winning this race. We can win this race. And talk about the restart now. Hamilton, we were right alongside him, and he bolts as soon as he prepared to resume racing, which is what I would do as well personally. And I thought, right, we can't pass him in the final chicane, so let's just hang back and wait. And we get a perfect exit out of the chicane, and now we are right behind Lewis Hamilton. And now we duck back into the situation and duck out again. Got the inside 2nd gear, look up the front left tyre slightly, but I 2nd corner way ahead of Lewis Hamilton, and leading the Canadian Grand Prix with 2 laps to go. So now all we need to do is just keep it on the black stuff and keep Lewis Hamilton behind us. It isn't going to make it easier for us, it's going to be very hard. But now, onto the final lap, comes through the final chicane. Here in Canada, we have defied all odds. We have beaten Lewis Hamilton and we come across the line to win the Canadian Grand Prix. My first win on this game, my first win in this career mode, Legend AI. I was very, very pleased with that. I couldn't have asked for a better race or a more exciting race. Very difficult conditions, switching over to the intermediate tyres at just the right time. Safety car saved us really, and I didn't actually show you that it was Legend AI at the end if you look at the results now, because I was just so happy. But I won the race ahead of Lewis Hamilton with Kimi Räikkönen rounding out the top 3. Daniel Ricciardo finishing 4th and Felipe Massa doing a fantastic job for Williams, finishing in 5th. Nico Rosberg in 6th ahead of my teammate Jenson Button finishing 7th. Pascal Wehrlein in 8th, scoring points for Manor. He's done a fantastic job. I think he qualified in 14th. And then it is Valtteri Bottas in 9th, and then Max Verstappen ran out the top 10 after he did qualify in 11th place. But yeah, we won the race and I was so happy, which is why I forgot to show you that it was Legend AI, but I do show you that at the end. And looking further down, you see Sebastian Vettel didn't finish the race, unfortunately for him. Looking at the drivers standings, you see Lewis Hamilton extends his lead 38 points in Nico Rosberg, and Kimi Räikkönen in 3rd. I'm in 4th, I believe. I tied on points with Daniel Ricciardo. Max Verstappen is in 6th, then Sebastian Vettel, who is surprisingly way down in 7th compared to his teammate Kimi Räikkönen, who's in 3rd. My team, Valtteri Bottas in 8th, my teammate Jenson Button in 9th, and Felipe Massa rounds out the top 10. Looking at the constructors, Mercedes lead the way ahead of Ferrari, with Red Bull further 2 points behind McLaren. We are 30 points ahead of Williams, I believe, which is good because we do want to finish ahead of Williams. And the teams yet to score this season are Sauber and Haas, after Pascal Wehrlein put in a fantastic performance to qualify 8th, to finish 8th and score points for Manor. Now looking at the resource points at the end of the race, we did win it and 88% clean that for some reason. Not entirely sure what happened. But now we get the first drive bonus resource points as well, and that means we have 793 resource points. Looking at the rivalry update, Sebastian Vettel obviously didn't finish the race, so we actually beat him on everything apart from fast sector 2. Sector 2 seems like a sector we just can't hook up perfectly for some reason. If it feels good, we don't actually get fast times there, surprisingly. But nevertheless, career score now, we don't really care about that. And now going to show you that it is Legend AI in the race settings. Race settings, you can see Legend AI with flashbacks and platform rules, simulation damage and all of that stuff. And now actually we go into the laptop to print it is actually after the Canadian Grand Prix. And you can see it there, Canadian Grand Prix winning. And now onto the resource points, research and development. We decided to upgrade the downforce for the next Grand Prix in Azerbaijan. Very high speed track. I don't think will be the best around there. I have driven it before and I really don't like the track. But there you go, trophy room, first in Canada. Very happy about that. And it's actually our first podium since we got a podium in Russia, and Russia was the last race that we did on Master AI. So we've got our first podium on Legend AI and to win. So that's very proud. So that's very happy. So I'm very happy with myself. And yeah, in Azerbaijan, that race, I can already tell you now, is very interesting and not enjoyable for myself at all. I really don't enjoy that track. But nevertheless, that's been it for this video, guys. So if you did enjoy it, please get a big like, comment down below what you thought, subscribe if you are new for weekly F1 content. You can follow me on Twitter at Shadow_Race2. As always, there is a link to that down in the description, and all the music used in this video was also down in the description. And for this bit right now, you will just be seeing the Season 2 thumbnail that I've created for my career mode. I will stay with McLaren, but that means it's still very far away. But I think I'll just show you the thumbnail because I'm very happy with it. But yeah, that's been it from me, and I will see you next time.